Whenever you're ready.
Yep.
Okay, all rise. Okay, before we begin here today, we'd like to welcome members of our 4-H community with us today. So we'd ask them to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then they're going to recite the 4-H pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Thank you. If you may remain standing, Commissioner Arner, if you would please lead us in a prayer.
Father, bless the hands that till the soil and the land you have given them. Inspire younger generations to take up farming with passion and dedication. As they tend each crop and critter, you're the one that helps them grow. Steer the rain clouds in the right direction and amount, for some have too much and some have too little. Give the farmer strength, grit, and keep them from harm's way. If you ate today, thank a farmer. Amen.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten following approval of these minutes, eliminating all unofficial records of these proceedings. Item number 26-172, the minutes of March 5th, 2026.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. Are there any guests here concerning county business? I do know that with us today is our Recorder of Deeds, Donna Gentile, and she's here to speak about an action item that'll take place later on in the meeting. Sure. Make sure that mic's on so they can, okay.
I have a big enough mouth anyway. So as of right now, Carbon County does not offer any kind of deed fraud protection service. I've been getting lots of emails, letters, phone calls in my office with property owners that are concerned about this situation. The only option that we have as the county as of right now is called a record alert system. The record alert system simply is how it sounds. It will alert you if there was a record recorded in my office. So if there was a mortgage recorded, this service would just alert you that something happened. If there was a deed transferred, it would also alert you within 24 hours. Up until this time, the commissioners and I have talked about this, and we decided not to implement this service in my office because there is a cost to the county. It's $8,000 to implement it, and then it's $2,000 every year after that. We felt that it was sort of like a false sense of security because it does not protect you from deed fraud. Deed fraud, nothing will protect you from deed fraud. It's just like identity theft. We can hope for the best. We can have these monitor services, but nothing's going to protect us from somebody stealing our property. It's an after-the-fact thing. Your property's been stolen. Now you take over. You file a complaint, and it sometimes takes years to undo the damage. But I've been doing research because I'm getting so many emails, so many phone calls with concerned property owners in Carbon County. I've done my research. And even though it doesn't protect you, it does notify you, and then the financial damage, I guess, is less the sooner you find out that your property's been stolen. There's not as much financial damage. And the easier the resolution is. It's still probably going to take a few years to resolve, but at least I feel that we've done our part in offering this service to let you know that something has happened. Like I said, there is nothing that will prevent it from happening. There's nothing we can do to monitor any kind of activity. That's unfortunately not the job of the Recorder of Deeds. I've had suggestions from people. If you think that there's a deed that's coming through your office, that there's something wrong with it, it's fraudulent, it shouldn't, it's something doesn't look right, just push it aside and try to get a hold of the owner to make sure that it's them, transferring the property. Well, that would be almost impossible to do because I can't contact every owner that's trying to record a deed through my office. First of all, I don't have that information. I don't have telephone numbers. I don't even have addresses of these people. And there are laws governing the procedures in my office that basically says I have to record a document if it's in recordable order. I can't look at it and say, yeah, this doesn't look right. I'm going to put that aside. I'm not going to record that. There's laws that says I have to record it if it meets the recording requirements. There's also laws that says I have to record in the order that the documents come into my office. So I can't push something aside and wait for 2 weeks and say, yeah, I'm just going to hold off on this and see if I can get a hold of this owner to see if it's actually them trying to record their deed. So we have decided, since I've done the research, I have gotten an email from, obviously, we have an association, Recorder of Deeds has an association for the state, and one of the recorders had about 10 deeds coming through her office that were fraudulent. It was vacant lots that somebody was trying to sell, it wasn't their property, but they caught it because they knew the owner. And they called the owner immediately, and the owner said, no, I'm not trying to sell my property. So that scared me, and I thought, it's time, to implement this in my office. So the commissioners and I have decided to, hopefully, if it gets voted on today, if it gets passed today, to implement this. This is, it is a cost to the county. It's going to take about 2 weeks to implement it, and it's not an automatic alert. Every property owner has to sign up for it. It is free to the property owners, but they do need to sign up for it, so it won't automatically happen. If the property owners are interested in something a little more, there is insurance out there. You all seen the LifeLock commercials where they offer insurance. It is costly, but it is available. I looked it up. It costs about $350 a year to have actual insurance on your property. So that if deed fraud does happen, I think they cover up to $1 million in damages. They do some kind of monitoring system. They put some kind of a lock on your deed. I'm not sure how they do that, because as far as I know, you can't do that in my office because of the Pennsylvania laws. But so that's my spiel, and hopefully gentlemen will pass this today, and we can at least alert the property owners if something comes through my office.
Does anyone have any questions?
Has Carbon County had any fraud deeds that you know of?
Not that I know of.
And if residents want to sign up, if it's passed, how would they do that?
They would call my office, or they would, they'd have to call the office to find out. We would put it on the website, a link to our Landex system, which is our recording system. That's where they would sign up through, and there would be instructions on that. But so, honestly, I don't know, because we haven't had it so far. But as far as I know, they would sign up through the Landex website, which is my recording system.
And how many deeds approximately do you have to record throughout the year, like for a year?
For a year, I'd say between 8,000 and 10,000.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Just how does it get to this point? Isn't there a driver's license required to sell property?
No, so the process is when you go to sell your property, you have to have like an abstract company or a lawyer draw up your deed, and then there's a notary involved. So the notary would identify you as who you are, and unfortunately in these cases where there's deed fraud, there's a bad notary out there signing documents.
And I don't foresee, but we don't know till we vote, but I'm hoping this all goes through. But the commissioners would like to thank Donna, our Recorder of Deeds, for bringing this to our attention. And she has been on top of it, at least I can say, for the last 2.5 years that I've been here, and we've been working with her. The one thing I would like to make perfectly clear is, like Donna said, this is not foolproof. This just alerts you. There is currently some legislation. They're trying to get some more.
Yeah, there's constant legislation out there. Unfortunately, the legislators aren't really aware of the procedures in my office. They don't do their research, unfortunately. And a lot of them, they want to put it on the Recorder of Deeds. They want us to stop the deed. They want us to recognize it. They want us to read the deeds. And legally, we're not really allowed to read the deed. We have to look for certain requirements, and if those requirements are met, then we record the deed. We can't police the documents that come in our office, and we're not lawyers, so we don't really even understand a lot of the language, like in a mortgage. Somebody could take a mortgage out against your property. I'm not required to read that mortgage and to understand all the legal language to say this isn't right or this isn't correct or whatever. And they want to sort of put it on us. They want to put the responsibility on us. So we've been fighting a lot of legislation that tries to go through. That's really not going to solve the problem. So we're trying to work with the legislators to come up with good legislation that will actually maybe prevent deed fraud, but it's not easy. It's because of all the laws that we have to follow, so.
So I guess the point to be put out there is we're doing all we can do here on the county level. If you're, concerns, as you have been calling and we've been listening, we're gonna react to that. But you do need to, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but you do speak to your legislators and your representatives at the next levels to make sure that they're listening to what the Recorder of Deeds throughout the state of Pennsylvania are saying as to what they need in place from Harrisburg in order to, protect your properties. Anything else? Donna, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else under hearing of visitors? Hearing none?
Item number 26, 173, proclamation Pennsylvania 8/11 Safe Digging Month.
Motion adopt.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes. Bob, if you'd like to read it.
I'll be happy to. Whereas the month of April 2026 is recognized as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month, commemorating the initiative sponsored by Pennsylvania 811, a utility notification information center with 54 years of continuous service to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And whereas Pennsylvania 811 received over 1 million excavation notices in 2025, over 30,000 construction projects in coordinate PA, and transmitted approximately 6 million notifications to their member facility owners and operators, allowing essential utility and construction crews to provide vital underground services and repair of critical infrastructure to communities throughout Pennsylvania. And whereas, when contacting 811 at least 3 business days before digging, a homeowner or contractor is connected to a unique service that notifies the appropriate underground utility operators in the municipality in which the work will be performed. And whereas, by notifying 811 of their intent to dig, the homeowner or contractor is knowingly helping to protect the underground utilities themselves, the work crew, and their neighbors from any unsafe digging practices within their community. And whereas, upon receiving the notification from Pennsylvania 811, affected facility owners and operators are dispatched to the work site to mark the approximate location of their underground utility lines with flags, paint, or both, to establish an 18-inch tolerance zone outside the wall or edge of their line or facility. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Carbon County Board of Commissioners does hereby support the Pennsylvania Underground Utility Line Protection Law, PA Act 287 of 1974 as amended, does hereby proclaim April 2026 as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month, and encourages all Pennsylvanians to visit the Pennsylvania 811 website at pa1call.org for information about digging safely. Adopted by the Carbon County Board of Commissioners this 19th day of March 2026.
And with us today, we have Maria White representing 811 Safe Digging. So Maria, if you want to say a few words.
Would I be able to say a couple
Sure,
words then?
sure.
Okay,
Then we'll present after you want to say
that
it.
sounds great. Okay, I appreciate you having me. I'm with 811. So 811 is the number that you call before you dig, and it's the law in Pennsylvania to call before you dig if you're using mechanized equipment. So I'm thrilled that the 4-H is here, because there is a couple exemptions to the law, but it's still more safe to call before you dig than to just go out and dig. But farmers are allowed to till up to 18 inches deep without calling 811. But I still recommend that you do, because there could be a pipeline underground that may not be, the ground might have eroded and maybe the pipeline moved a little closer to the surface, and there have been some accidents. So I don't want to take too much time, but April is Safe Digging Month, and we hope that you'll call before you dig. And 811 is also August 11th, so on August 11th, it's 811 Day. And that's all I
Do you
have.
want to tell them what the expense is?
Oh, the expense. So at your own property, it's free, okay? So it's a free call. You mark in white where you're gonna dig or put in a fence, and then you call 811, and the facility owners will come out and mark. And what's really cool is when you leave this building, when you go out the door, look to the right by the Carbon County sign, there's all the colors on the ground, and I didn't know if you guys did that on purpose. No. Green is sewer, blue is water, red is electric, and yellow is gas, blah, blah, blah. I did give Jen some little cards that she could hand out in that bag, I hope. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. but there's different color codes, and, take a look at those flags when you go out the door. Excavators pay $125 a year, and then the facility owners, like UGI, the gas company, water, all of them, they are the ones that actually pay for the tickets when they receive them. So that's how we make our money, we're a nonprofit, okay?
And when you call, if you hit a line, it's really not free because it's gonna really cost you a lot.
Right.
And I was a contractor for 45 years.
Oh, my
And I've
goodness.
seen a lot of problems, and people dig where they think if they see their water meter on the side, that's where their water's coming in. It really is not. It could be going in another direction. Or their
Exactly.
electric could be run around the back of the house, and they think they can dig in the back because they see the pole and they see the meter. So a lot of times, even people even dig for even post fencing around their property. I tell you what, it's not good to hit a electric line
No.
with a metal pole, or you will be done for.
Or gas
I
line.
mean, or a gas line. So it is very important that you call. And like you said, it's free to the homeowner.
Right.
Like, it doesn't hurt to call up, and if it takes a couple days, you might have to wait to do a little bit of digging, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, no pun intended, right?
No.
Okay, well, we'll go over.
So, yeah, if you don't mind, I appreciate the picture. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
We're gonna have 2 cameras.
Thank you. And I get to take this beautiful
Yes, you
thing
do.
back.
Yes.
Thank you.
By the way, all those marks you see out there, we have a company that specializes and comes in and does facility search for underground life and
Wow.
actually know where you can. So that's why all those colored spots are out there.
Yes.
We're looking for a place like pedestrian bridge here, we have to put it up here, so. you gotta know where- We're not.
Twister for county employees.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Our next item is item number 26-174, 4-H Week proclamation, acknowledging March 15th through the 21st, 2026 as 4-H Week.
Motion adopt.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Okay.
Bob, you want to read the?
Will do.
Thank you.
Whereas 4-H is America's largest youth development organization, supporting nearly 6 million youths across the country. And whereas 4-H inspires members to pledge their heads to clearer thinking, hearts to greater loyalty, hands to larger service, and health to better living for their club, community, country, and world. And whereas 4-H has helped youths in Carbon County to become confident, independent, resilient, and compassionate leaders as they learn by doing. And whereas 4-H in Pennsylvania is delivered by the Pennsylvania Cooperative Extension in rural areas, small towns, and cities in all 67 counties of the Commonwealth to more than 200,000 youths aged 5 to 18. And whereas 4-H youths in Pennsylvania are served by a network of staff members and more than 6,000 adult volunteers who engage and mentor youth in learning activities and hands-on projects in topics such as animal science, civic engagement, STEM, and health and wellness. And whereas Pennsylvania 4-H Week showcases the incredible ways that 4-H inspires kids to achieve and highlights the remarkable 4-H youth in Carbon County who work each day to make a positive impact on the world around them. And whereas 4-H's network provides youths with opportunities for leadership development, career exploration, problem solving, friendships, community involvement, passion, and purpose. Now, therefore, the Carbon County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim March 15 to 18, 21, the 21st of 2026 as Pennsylvania 4-H Week in Carbon County and encourages our citizens to acknowledge and celebrate 4-H for its valuable service and continued efforts to empower youth with a foundation of success for a lifetime. Given under our hand and seal, Carbon County, this March 19th of 2026.
Congratulations. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak on behalf of 4-H?
I'll start and then we'll let our members take it away. Hello, everyone.
national levels, all for 4-H youth development. It is an honor to be able to serve our county. We have 4 current year-round clubs that Carbon County offers. Mahoning Valley Community Club, which meets at the Mahoning Ambulance. We have our Carbon County Livestock Club that meets at the Big Creek Grange. We have our Silver Spurs Equine Club, that's new from last year, and they meet in Palmerton. And then also new last year, we added the North Carbon Community Club, which meets up in Weatherly. So we are spreading ourselves out, trying to cover all areas of Carbon County so that our youth have an opportunity no matter where they live. And our members are here to present on, introduce themselves on their own projects, but 4-H covers everything from accounting to the zoology and everything in between. And we are just glad to have this opportunity to showcase 4-H this entire week and highlight our members. So who wants to go first?
I'm Amanda. I've been in 4-H for 10 years. I'm involved in literally like everything in like my 2 clubs. I'm in the Livestock Club. I'm also in the Mahoning Valley Community Club. I'm done leadership roles. I've actually just stepped down from my president role, and I'm now being an advisor to the new group of leaders, officers. And I think 4-H is a great opportunity because you learn a lot. Even it's outside of agriculture, which a lot of people don't realize. It's both like sewing and just in general leadership, and then you also have the ag club.
And what are you showing this year at the livestock show?
This year, it's my senior year, so I'm doing a lot. So I stepped down. I'm only doing 2 projects, well, 3. I'm going to do a poultry project. I think I'm doing ducks. I have a market steer. His name is Fish, and I'm showing rabbits.
Thank you. Get your money out there, commissioners.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Pearson. I've been in 4-H for 4 years. Some of the projects I've done include small engine, beekeeping, photography, and poultry for Livestock Club. Last year I won Best of Show for my Khaki Campbell buck. Last year I also went to 4-H camp, where I think some of the my favorite parts about camp was that I got to meet new people and make new friends. And some of the favorite activities I got to do was gaga ball, air rifle, and archery.
Good.
Hello, my name is Lexi Sunkel. I do 4-H. I've been in for 3 years. I'm 14, and I do like quilting. What's that one? Crocheting. I did potato judging. I did the candle. I got first place for that. I make random things using scraps. They're like quilting stuff, and I made a pillow. This year I am making a table runner out of scraps. And I'm currently doing a flag for my father because he is a firefighter. So I am doing a firefighter flag for him. I'm gonna make that into a table runner for him. So yeah, that's basically what I do. It's an amazing opportunity basically for any kid to join. It's supportive. You have nice, kind people. You meet a bunch of people, and any kid that joins, like, will love it. My name's Daphne. I'm involved in Mahoning Valley Club and the Livestock Club. I've been in 4-H for 8 years. I am the current president of the Mahoning Club, and I'm also in potato judging. I think I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years. I've done almost every project in livestock except for goats and pigs. This year I'm doing a breeding beef project and poultry. In Mahoning Valley, I'm showing rabbits, doing crocheting, sewing, possibly cooking, and air rifle. 4-H just gave me a whole bunch of opportunities I didn't think I'd have. Like this year, I'm going to run for Fair Queen. Without 4-H, I don't think I would have actually been able to go through and do all the things I've been able to, or even know they existed. So.
And I was in Cycle, and I've been in 4-H for 3 years. And this year I'm doing sewing, pickle canning, and we might even be doing jewelry making. And I've done potato judging for 1 year, planning to do it again. And I'm making a firefighter table runner for my dad.
Wow.
Nice. Do you can sauerkraut or make sauerkraut, any of you? Where am I gonna learn that trade? I gotta learn how to do that.
We found an instructor for you.
Is there anyone else who wishes? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm Jennifer Mercer, I'm with Penn State Extension, and on behalf of our 4-H organization and Extension, we'd like to say thank you to the commissioners and the county for the continued support to be able to do these things. Thank you very much.
And I think later on the agenda here today, we will be re-entering our extension, our agreement with the Penn State Extension Office, and that'll all be acted on later. Am I correct? I think that's yes. So that should all be done. It'll be another investment back into our youth. So, first of all, thank you for coming here and giving us an update on what all you're involved in. I mean, I find it really rewarding that we have the youth that wish to be so active. And that's what a county needs, that's what a borough, a township needs, is for you to be involved in honing your skills and being ready for tomorrow. So I thank you for caring. I really do. I mean, that's the main thing, is the fact that you care. And I thank you for getting involved, because it's one thing a lot of people try to get away from today, but the fact that you care and that you're involved speaks volumes, not only for yourself, but for your parents, for these volunteers that are out there helping you every day in 4-H. I thank them also, because it's always tough to find volunteers that are willing to help. So thank you for a job well done, and you're making us all very proud. So.
I thank you as well. And it's not just the children, the kids here in the program, it's the parents. It's a family thing. They are heavily involved. It's a lot of time, bookkeeping, taking care of animals. If you never lived on a farm and don't know about those things, Michael.
He brings this up every year, just because I asked him once. Once I asked him, how many times a day do you milk a cow?
And he got it wrong.
And I got it wrong.
Yeah,
It's
so,
twice.
But yeah, if you have a barn to clean, I gotta get them out there to clean your barn for you, whatever. But, you know, the leaders and the family is really a family project. Time consuming, the people that are out there, the leaders guiding these kids. And I've been around a couple years, so now I'm not only seeing the kids that I knew when I started, I see their children come through the programs, and they stay involved, and the grandparents that have been involved over the years, and I won't even mention all the families that have been involved, and it's generational. And I thank you for keeping up the tradition. One of the greatest youth groups in the world is the 4-H and Scouting. I always say that, and it gets our children out there learning and new skills and things. It's just unbelievable. I challenge our county businesses, our county residents, to go to the county fair, get down there, go to the 4-H auction, and outbid me so I don't lose all my money on chickens and rabbits, a goat, I think about a hog over the years. So, but it's well worth it. And what you can do now, and Mike and I went together last year and bought an animal, some chickens that we didn't even get at a pretty good price. He better go with me this year, so control the spending. My wife, I don't tell her what I spend.
I didn't tell mine either. I didn't know we bought a chicken, which was good, but it went for a very good cause.
Absolutely. It goes above the market value if it goes back to the market. Let's say a steer's worth $1,000. You bid $2,000. That $1,000 goes back to the kids, correct? And into their fund and everything. So I got to tell you this little story. I went to talking to a commissioner from another county, and the Grand Champion steer went for $26,000, I'm told. Whoa!
Okay,
No.
now, before you go any
Michael, no.
further, I go half with Commissioner Notstein. He spoke to him, not I. I'm all for the 26,000 if he's paying more than a half. But I'll gladly help him. Anything else?
Yeah, and I just want to say something about it too. Like here, somebody asked me about what I did when I was young, and here's a picture of me and my parents. And we had a farm. We had 150 peach trees. We had 7 acres of strawberries. And what you do is hard work, but I can tell you one thing: you'll never run out of friends when you have farmers as friends. You know, that's one of the biggest things. And yeah, and I mean, my brother kept farming, and I just pursued another, you know, I became a construction guy. And like what you do is hard work, and like Wayne said about the money, there's no way that you people are getting paid enough. Like I look at it, what you get for milk, what you get for your produce, it is never what they get at the stores. I mean, like when we had this here, we used to have maybe about 3,000 baskets of peaches. And my dad never wanted to sell them to either Campbell's or whatever it was that wanted to can. But back then, we had a lot of people that came from Troxville, Slatington, all over, and they canned. They used to get bushels, and people canned. Now, people don't can anymore. So it's tough for the farmers, even like with us. We're trying to look for farmers. If you know anybody that wants to come to the farmer's market, we have to have more than just 2, because we have the county vouchers that are given away, and I think that's up to $40 now. So I would encourage any farmers, even if you're from Schuylkill County or Monroe, whether you're connected with anybody, please tell them to come to one of our farmers markets, because they can use the vouchers there. So otherwise than that, it's like hard work, and I tell you what, I can't say I miss it. I do miss the camaraderie between the other farmers, but there's a lot of the farmers around here that are 70, 80 years old, and they still call me all the time, so they're still connected with me even though I don't farm. And they try and help me out in different ways. So that's why I think it's important. The farmers, like I said, we have our servicemen that protect our freedom, but right here is what feeds the United States, our people here. So thank you very much for what you do.
Has it been
Yeah.
customary? We'll bring you all up here, and you sit in the chairs, whoever wishes, and accept your.
Gonna bring them up in the back?
Here, you want to come up here? Come right up to the chair.
Oh, yes.
You can sit in the chair.
Tall ones sit in the chair so we can see over the monitors.
Scooch down to him, so yes.
Okay.
You want to sit in a chair?
It's not gonna be able to see
Hey,
over
you just
the
wanna
chair.
get, why don't you just get in between here too, yeah?
We'll get in between the
Get in
chairs.
between the
Go right
chairs.
in here. Here? Now you want to call the meeting to order?
Yep, in the meeting.
There's somebody in the back you want to call out order? Go ahead.
Pick up the gavel and hit the block. Go ahead. Say, meeting adjourned.
No. Pick it up and call, here, here's what you do. Pick it up and say, Eloise, you're out of order.
Pick it up.
Then do it.
Hit it, hit it. Okay, meeting adjourned.
Thank you so much for your continued support. We hope to see you at the fair, and feel free to contact us, and we can have you even come to a meeting. I'm sure our clubs would love to see a commissioner speak like you do at our awards night. They would love that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You may
Thank
take
you.
that proclamation with you.
Yep.
That's yours to take, right there.
Thank you so
Thank you, take care. Now you can go out to dinner, lunch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Commissioner Notstein, I'll give you the.
Here's, here, I'm gonna
Credit card, yeah. Thank you.
That's good. Depending on the angle, and get the glare in. Okay?
Are we ready? Okay. Your next item, number 26175, is the opening of bids, CDBG project, Packer Township. And we have one bidder, Stony Lonesome Excavating from Summit Hill. Christmas this time. Okay. The amount bid, $64,900.
And there is a bid bond for 10%.
Motion to table the bid, turn it over to Planning and Development in Packer Township for awardal or rejection at our next meeting.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The report of executive sessions held.
There were none?
Department reports, number 26, 176, the budget transfers.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 177, there were no supplemental appropriations. Number 26, 178, expenditures, the payroll checks dated March 6, 2026.
Motion to ratify.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 179, checks dated March 12, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 180, the checks dated March 19, 2026.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 181, the treasurer's reports.
Motion to approve as presented for dates 3/2/26, 3/9/26, as presented.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 182, the personnel report for county departments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes, for the exception of no on the recommendation of the election director.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 183, the acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion acknowledged.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Number 26, 184, adult probation, H&L Laboratories.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 185, a bid award for CDBG, Perryville Borough.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Boards and authorities. Number 26, 186, Parks and Recreation Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 187, Open Space Advisory Board, resignation.
Motion accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 188, Children and Youth, a revision to the invoice report.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 189, another revision for a different year, the invoice report.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 190, Human Services, an agreement with Granite Telecommunications.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26, 191, Liquid Fuels, a quote for repairs to bridge number 17.
Motion to ratify.
Second, with a little info on that, our headache bar is always getting hit at the bridge, but it is not the one that is always getting hit. It's the one on the ski lodge side versus the one on the other side. This is actually the first time that I know that this side was ever hit, and they really hit it. I mean, it bent, like, if you look before, it's always like $300, $400, and you can see now it's actually over 6,000, and we're not sure if actually when they take it apart that the posts are not gonna have to be replaced also, but it was really some serious damage this time, so.
Should clarify that that's the covered bridge.
Yeah.
People don't know it by bridge numbers,
Yeah.
17. It is the covered bridge in Little Gap.
And it's one of those ones, and I can't say enough about it. PennDOT is gonna be repairing or replacing the bridge that's in Kunkletown. And there is a detour route that's around that, but our bridge is on the way on that detour route. So I'm hoping that people stay off of that during the detour, because then we'll have more damage. And I think it's getting to the point, in fact, I think this last time when I was down, I was almost set to close it, because that's how much damages were. But they came out, and in fact, thank you to the Lower Commencing Township workers again, they repaired it for us. And I'm hoping that they send us a bill. They never want to send us a bill, but thank you to them. And that's it.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26-192, the Nationwide Retirement Solutions to Deferred Compensation Plan.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26-193, Planning and Development, Farmland Preservation, an RFP for appraisal services.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26-194, the Recorder of Deeds, Optical Storage Solutions quotation.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Number 26-195, Congressman McKenzie, fiscal year 27, community project funding for Bridge number 19.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
The Solicitor's Report.
Thank you. For the Agency on Aging, item 26-196, renewal agreement with Innovare Medical Media.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Ombudsman Services, item 26-197, third extension to the agreement with North Penn Legal Services.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-198, Title 19 Medicaid grant agreement with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Next, banner requests, item 26-199, banner request from Renegades for the 2026 Jim Thorpe Area Running Festival.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-200, banner request from Jim Thorpe Area High School Class of 2028 for the Spring Craft Fair and Basket Raffle.
So move. So move.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Mock Chunk Lake Park, item 26-201, special activities agreement with Carbon County Kid Zone for Community Safety Day.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-202, special activities agreement with the Jim Thorpe Sportsman Club for the Children's Fishing Contest pending certificate of liability insurance.
Motion approved and execute.
Second?
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-203, special activities agreement with Slay Nation for the kayak bass fishing tournament pending certificate of liability insurance.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-204, lease agreement with Lori Knox of Jim Thorpe for operation of the boat rental concession at Mock Chunk Lake Park pending valid certificate of insurance.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-205, agreement with Penn State University for the Penn State Extension Office and related services.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Quick comment on that. This, just so everyone knows, it was nice to work with Penn State and the extension. Everyone knows what's going on around, everything's closing, consolidation. There's all kind of talk of things not being around, some extension offices not even being there. So for us in Carbon County to be able to keep that extension office here and work with the Penn State and what all they provide, we thank them for that. And it is money very well spent. People often ask, what do you do with your taxpayers' money? Well, here's a good example of where it gives back, and there's young women and men sitting to the side of us over here that are benefiting from that. So we'd like to thank Penn State for sitting down, coming to the table, and working that agreement out.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Next is item 26-206, proclamation 26-004, acknowledging the month of March as Bleeding Disorders Awareness Month.
Motion adopt.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-207, resolution 26-007, honoring Landon Abelovsky on attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-208, resolution 26-008, honoring Ryden Chapman, also on attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-209, resolution 26-009, recognizing Marianne Garfield of Summit Hill as the 2026 Shamrock Award recipient.
Motion to ratify.
Oh, yeah. Second, sorry about that.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Item 26-210, resolution 26-010, honoring the Reverend Stanley P. Haupt for more than 40 years' service to Shepherd House Food Bank.
Motion to ratify.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Under tax claim, item 26-211, request to relieve Lansford Borough from the 2025 county real estate and debt service taxes totaling $493.56.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Tax collection, I'm going to shield my eyes from the treasurer while I do this. Item 26-212, authorizing the collection of county real estate taxes for the Borough of Weissport by the county treasurer for calendar year 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Kevin, are you all ready for that?
We're getting there.
Mr. Honor?
We have an office already done for
As
your
long as it-
wife's birthday.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Related, item 26-213, resolution 26-012, authorizing the collection of Borough Weissport real estate taxes by the county treasurer for 2026.
Motion adopt.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
And lastly, item 26-214, agreement with the Borough of Weissport outlining the terms of the tax collection services by the county treasurer.
Motion to approve
Second.
and execute.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein? Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Nothing further for the solicitor's report.
Any further business? None? Commissioners' reports, Mr. Honor?
No, none at this time.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, I want to congratulate the Reverend Stanley Hopp for his, on his retirement. Stanley has been a very active person in the community, even though he is blind. And I first met Stanley back in, maybe I better not say the year, but back in the 60s, in our Boy Scout days, when we used to go camping at Camp Trexler. And all we'd have to do is ask Stanley, depending on the wind direction, what are we having for dinner? And he knew. And after a while, at being at the camp, whether he was blind or not, he was able, he had to go get eye drops every night. And he, after the first few days there, he was able to go on his own to get his eye drops in. And so he was very active in scouting at that time. We'd go for a week at a time, and he's always been community-oriented. The other thing I'll mention, we are working on a congressional application for funding for our radio system through U.S. Senators Fetterman's and McCormick's office to help supplement some of the costs of the radio system upgrade here in Carbon County. It's we got 1.2 from congressional grant a couple weeks ago. We got that was 2.1 million. That's just for the cell repeaters on the cell towers. That's not even the cost of building a tower. So we have enough for 2 definitely. We're working on the 3rd. Hopefully we'll have enough funding for that. But the cost of the radios, portable radios for the new P25 digital systems, about $9,000 to $10,000 each. The grant application initially that we sent out, for the fire and throughout the whole county, I think it was like 495 portable radios. You figure that, yes, the police departments, law enforcement, county agencies for mobile radios, like 58, and they go about $11,000, $12,000 for a mobile radio, depending on requirements. But from what I'm hearing, those that have it, they say the clarity is a lot better, reception is better. We had joined with Schuylkill County on the initial grants to upgrade. They're almost complete in Schuylkill County. Luzerne County went to the system. Lehigh County is working on the P25 system, but theirs is a little bit different type of radio, but they have 2 different types out there, but they're compatible. Northampton County is unfortunately just going to a higher frequency, but this will give us far greater radio communications, operability to work with other agencies when we cross county lines. And I don't think there's one department in this county that does not go out of county. Talking about fire, EMS as well, even police departments. They all go out of county, I'd say, depending on the circumstances. And I know Lee Heighton, again, was down in Northampton with their dive team, and we need, anytime we go on mutual aid like that, we go to fire calls and Slatington, Wallaport area, up in the upper end. They're always up in Freeland, Hazelton, et cetera. And we need that interoperability that we can communicate at an emergency scene. So we're working on those grants, and initially we were looking at $1.8 million just help, and that's not near enough to complete the system, but we're working on it. Many have applied for the local share, Monroe, state local share funding. So it's a major issue right now for the county is to make sure our emergency responders are all equipped with updated equipment and better communications. So that's all I have.
I just have a question for you, just so that everybody knows how much this is needed in the county. How many fire companies are there in the county, and how many trucks do you think would need radios?
Oh, gee, well.
I mean, it's like to see how much we need.
Yeah, 23 fire companies, and the apparatus would range anywhere from, for mobiles alone, would probably be minimum 3 and up to 11, because they have that much equipment. And that includes a base station, so you can communicate if they're at the scene, they have to call back to the station, additional equipment or special equipment, they do that. That's just mobiles. The portables, like I said, was over 495. And a lot of that's not counting the ones that were already purchased, prior to by either the fire companies or grants that they have received. So we're talking, this project is millions of dollars. When we upgraded to when they, I'm trying to think of the name, when they upgraded the system back in 2016, I think it was, whatever it was, or 2012, a narrowbanding project. We had to update their system. And we got a grant at that time for over $900,000. And that cost was, I'd say, less than $3 million at that time. Now we're talking 7 or 8 million or more. So that's all I have then.
I know, it's like unbelievable, like we're talking that you need a couple million, it's probably 20 million we need throughout the county, and I tell you what, the fire companies can't sell enough hoagies, I mean, but I mean, it's like you need sell 1 million hoagies to do stuff, but that's why it's very important for your fire companies, I mean, without them, what do you do? I mean, and just if they save one life, that you know it's worth it.
Yeah. I want to point out that the cost, well, he's talking about that, the one fire department in 2015 bought a new pumper at just under $400,000. They are working on, just got the funding, applying for the funding. That same piece of apparatus, 1.1 million. A new ladder truck now goes for almost just about $2 million now, and I know we got one in Lehighton, and it was almost 1.1 just 4 years ago. Now they're up to 1.8 million or more. I'm on a roll, sorry you asked. But the cost of the ambulances have skyrocketed. I'm working with the County Commissioners Association on, EMS study. We lack volunteers. There is very, very, very few EMS anymore. They're all paid. I know the budget for Lehighton Ambulance, which has 4 stations, is $6.9 million with almost 100 employees. Not all of them are full-time. $450,000 it costs per year for our 4 ambulance corps per year for a paid basic life support. 450, that is 650 or 600,000 a year for advanced life support personnel or to operate for 1 year, $600,000. So it's a huge expense. Wait times could be long. We only have so many units. We're down to Lehighton, which has 4 stations, Palmerton, Mahoning Valley, and Lake Harmony Rescue Squad, which has ambulance corps. We have closed 8 ambulance corps in the county in the last several years. We have 4 fire companies that have closed over the years, and there's 1 or 2 that are really floundering right now. And do you know what that means to you? When Nesquehoning closed their ambulance, that ambulance now has to come out of either Jim Thorpe or Summit Hill. It delays the response time. Weatherly, when they close their ambulance corps, Schuylkill County responds. If they're not available, Jim Thorpe or Summit Hill, and it's a delayed response time. So it's really getting to be has been a major problem for many years, and our local municipalities have got to step up to the plate. They're fiscally or responsible providing that service, and you cannot contract. Feasibly, you could contract out of the area, but the response time is a lifesaver. If you are more than 15, 20 minutes away, we're going to have fatalities if we don't step up to the plate.
Thank you for answering my question.
That was a short one. I could have gone on.
Mr. Salonico?
Well, this past week, we attended the Commissioners' Conference in Harrisburg. And as Commissioner Notstein was spending time lobbying for money for radios and improvements, and you've heard that, I'll give you some of the other things that we had discussed in the breakout sessions that I had been involved in. And one of them was AI and how it's affecting county business and what all we need to do to protect against that and come up with policies and procedures. That was very informative. I know Bob has been working and getting everything taken care of with AI, but don't believe everything you read. Do your research, and the county is doing that. The other thing is policies and procedures for cybersecurity. We have one of them. That was another one that CCAP was really, we spent quite a bit of time discussing that and how that security has to be put in place to protect everything here in Carbon County. And God forbid there was a cyber attack, and we all know the situation the world's in right now. We never know when that may or may not happen. And we have to be prepared for that. We have to be ready to bring things back up and running. So, AI, cybersecurity, that's all important. But as Commissioner Notstein had said here, we have to be able to dispatch people and get people out. So there's a lot to be, that we're overseeing here as three commissioners that was brought to the attention there. The other one that I managed to get into the Veterans Affairs. And I just want to say something about Veterans Affairs here. A lot of this happens because we were up at a breakfast in Weatherly, and one of the veterans had mentioned about cuts and things that are happening. So we kind of took that back. Unfortunately, a lot of that is happening on the federal and state level and adjustments they're making there. The biggest concern that the veterans have from their group is that the staff that we have here in Carbon County is two. And they're very concerned about burnout because the number of veterans are growing. There are more and more veterans. There are more and more needs. There are more and more benefits out there. And it has become at times very cumbersome getting things through the mail. And while local veterans offices, sometimes it seems like they're falling behind or not getting the work done, it's really not them. It's happening at the next level. So I wanted to bring that back if you are having issues. But the other thing is, we only have two people down there. And it's something that we will have to discuss because there's a burnout level there that they can only handle so much work. And what was at one time simple to process through now has become just nothing but a trail of, we like to say paperwork, but it's no longer even paperwork. It's just email after email after document after document. And the Veterans Association is trying to streamline a lot of that. The county of Illinois Carbon's on base with all of that, and we don't want to see any benefits cut anywhere for any of our veterans. And we want to make sure that we're right at the forefront of signing up for all of that. So that was one thing we brought up. The other one that I got into is, and we spoke about this yesterday at the prison board meeting, prison medical costs. Carbon County is not the only one facing this issue. It's across the state. Everyone, medical costs has gone up for everybody else. It's not changing for prisons either. A lot of prisons, as we have experienced, had their medical provider tell them that they were basically dropping the coverage. They no longer want to be part of the contract and then have rebid on the contract. That has not only just happened here in Carbon County, it has happened around the state. And that's why the Board of Commissioners here is working over the next few days here as we're meeting to try to see where our medical costs are going to be and try to make sure that what we pay for is what we're getting, because a lot of people like to say, you pay more, you get more. That's not always the case with this. So we did get a lot of input on that, but it's not unique to Carbon County is what I would say, because, I mean, there was a lot of things that I was able to learn there and see there. The other one is elections. Elections, as I like to say, or they like to say, they're ever-changing with no direction. And as one commissioner said out there, you know, we want a seat at the table. We don't want to be on the menu. And that's kind of how he said it. And that really resonated with me because a lot of what happens in elections, the commissioners are taking out, and it's just not going where we would like to have it go there. So one of the biggest discussions there was early voting and how early voting would look in smaller counties and larger counties. Does that mean you'd have to have every precinct open? How would you pay for that? How do you man that? Who has the time? You know, how far out would that be? So what we have been able to do is at least get to the table, so we're not on the menu, but we, you know, trying to get that sometimes through the House and the Senate and get everyone out in Harrisburg to listen is not as easy as you think, but, you know, it is something that we as Carbon also said, because early voting is something is a very deep discussion and how it would look. But we want to make sure that we're part of that discussion because it can have a great effect, a huge effect on an election, especially in smaller counties and larger counties. I go back to this back to the medical thing, and I would like to let you know that there was one county that was explaining to us that they're building a new prison. Their cost for the new prison is $459 million with everything regulated. So that's not something here in Carbon County we're even looking at, thank God. But you think costs are bad in Carbon when we talk about replacing heating systems and cooling systems and the cost of replacing a prison. And the final thing we sat and we really discussed was the state budget. No one seems to know where the state budget's going to go this year. We don't know if we're going to be it kind of seems odd. Here we are discussing the same budget, but it was only a short 6 months ago that they passed the state budget. So we were halfway through last year before we even had a budget in place. I know here in Carbon County, we are still waiting for the process between $750 and $1.2 million in payments for children and youth. We've done our work. We've submitted those bills. We are still waiting for the state to catch up on paying those bills. We're not, so when, and what I want you to really do is Carbon's a smaller, we're Class 6 county, but as you move up, those numbers get larger across the state. And everyone is extremely frustrated with the lack of understanding of what financial burden that puts on any size county. Some can absorb it a little bit more than others, but, you know, like I said, we're sitting on, I know, at least $750,000 that our paperwork's there. It's in. The state just has to process it. So that was what we all brought up out at the conference. And then once again, I asked everyone, hey, check out your Facebook pages, your Twitter accounts, and the Times News and the TV 13, and find out what events going on and get out there and support it in your community this weekend. That's all I have. Anything else? Okay, meeting adjourned. I guess we will do retirement board.
No, election.
Election? We do elections, 11 o'clock, yes.
That's a short one. See you guys at the fair.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
I actually did a garage door for him, like 20 years ago.
All right, we'll call the election board meeting to order.
Okay, election board meeting of March 19th, 2026. I need approval to approve the minutes from the election board meeting held February 19th, 2026.
Motion approved.
Second?
Mr. Arnold?
Call the vote.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sefranco?
Yes.
Are there any guests concerning election board business? Okay, election board business. I have to report, we did have a successful ballot lottery, casting of lots yesterday. Many people showed up, which was nice, and they were able to pick their own spot on the ballot. The last day to withdraw from the county committee as being a candidate and getting off of that ballot is March 25th. So there's still a little bit of time to withdraw if needed. And there are forms in our office that they would have to complete and get notarized and hand back to us. And the last thing, our permanent voter mail-in applications, we're steadily getting them back, and we're steadily working on them. We're getting back thousands.
Yeah.
And I know you said the ballots that they were gonna be, like how they're going on the ballot now is gonna be posted on our website so people can look at it.
Yes.
So that there could be any corrections before it
Yes.
goes to the printer.
Yes.
What is the date for that?
Well, the date that they recommend you have your ballot done is April 1st. I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact date. We have it up on the website. Whenever it's finalized, we will put it on the website.
Has the state notified us of the names that the state went on the ballot?
Yes, yesterday I got an unofficial list.
Okay. The only thing I would say is if anyone has any questions as far as petitions that have been filed, names on the ballot, there is a process to go through. If you're going to go to Daphne and try to sit at Daphne or whoever's at the election office, advice on that, it's best you speak with legal counsel. Am I correct, Bob? You speak with your own legal counsel to know how to go through those forms and where they need to be filed. The election office is not there to provide legal advice that you need to get on your own. However, what needs to be filed and told to the league will obviously take all of that. Because a lot of people think you can come in and say to Daphne or Christine or whoever's there, this is what I want you to do. And, you know, you have to show them and give them paperwork as to what you want.
One other thing I'd like to bring up, if you have moved, changed your driver's license and checked off the box that you moved or whatever, that you want to change parties, the SURE system isn't the best. It's a state system. And I talked to people out there, they tried to change their party or didn't get the change of address, or our election office is not getting the proper information. So I would just suggest, if you try to change parties or moved, make sure you're going to the right polling place as well, to check with the election office to make sure that it is right.
Yes.
The other thing you want to make sure is if you registered through PennDOT,
That's what I was talking
party
about.
affiliation is, make sure that you check on that, because you may assume that you're registered in a certain affiliation, and definitely, we have found that they are not coming through. You might be registered, but I don't know even how but
Sometimes they change it and they don't know they changed their party, and because they don't know what they were previously, and then they call questioning, why am I now a whatever? And it's what they put on their application through PennDOT.
so please, if you got some questions about that, you haven't voted recently, or even if you've just re-registered or moved, like Commissioner Notstein said, please check on that. That's all I have.
Further business? I have nothing. Meeting adjourned?
Meeting adjourned. Very good. Thank you, Daphne.
Thank you.
Somewhere here I have this.
Yeah, I know, I thought I had it too, but
I have it on the screen, that's where I have it, so I don't have to.
I have it somewhere, but whatever. I won't write on it.
All right, retirement, Madam Controller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting held February 19th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Zelinka?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman? Yes. Mr. Arner? Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
Any guests concerning retirement board business? There are none. Report of executive sessions, there were none. Motion to ratify warrant for February checks number 41263 to 41269. Direct deposit numbers 7035891 to 7036319.
Motion to ratify the warrant.
Second.
Mr. Zelinka?
Yes.
Mrs. Herman? Yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Mr. Sifranco?
Yes.
February activity report. We had 3 retirement refunds, 1 deceased. On behalf of the retirement board, we send our condolences to the family of Edith Lukasevich. Disbursements for February, monthly benefits was $531,608.39. Option 4 retirement, $117,026.55. Refunds, $7,679.76, for a total disbursement of $656,314.70. The portfolio value as of February 28th, 2026 was $102,348,647.77. There were no correspondence received. Do we have anything for the solicitor's report?
No report.
Anything for new business or old business? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you. Any questions? All right. With that, that concludes this. We'll go to, I think we'll start in the back with TV. You have not, wow. Well, you'll be in trouble tonight. Amy? God, who? That's
Recess for
good.
lunch.
So I see you hired an election director and Commissioner Arnold voted no on regards to that. Can you guys talk a little bit about finding a repeat who's been here before with Lisa? How many candidates you had in the process?
We probably had maybe 6 applicants. I might even be wrong on that number. It could be less. Of those applicants, most, not all of them, all but 2, had worked in an election office before. The others did not. So what we did is we interviewed those that had some experience and knowledge of how an election office ran and how it was administered and how to get through an election. That's where we started, because we felt we needed someone who was qualified to be a director, someone that had been a director, someone that had the knowledge for that director, and someone had knowledge of how to do it. That's not saying taking anything away from the people we currently have, because they do have some knowledge. We were able to get some things up and running and get through this. But obviously, they're there limited time. One woman is there since December. And Daphne, our assistant, has been here about a year and a half, maybe, that she's been down there. So to get through this whole election cycle, we kind of looked at someone that had the knowledge and had the background in elections.
And Commissioner Arden, I know you wanted to know, you did send out a statement, but,
Well, I just look at it this way, and I think they would agree with this, that when you have an election, everything is brand new. Like changes, every day something changes. And I would have liked to seen somebody promoted within, to be our new director in the future. You know what I mean? And I think that was my opinion on way to go. That's what I always thought. And I said, you look on, even like on our reports today, we had 3 people resign from positions without the county. And I want to cut down on, people leaving. I want them to have at least a feeling that they can move up in certain departments if they want to. And that's the only thing. I mean, like I said, elections is, I don't know what to say about it. Like, you could have a seasoned director, and every day there's something different that they don't understand. It doesn't matter where you're at, all across the whole county. And I think you can ask their solicitor. He probably gets a call every day on, well, they changed this for ballots. Now they changed this for reporting. Now they changed this, and everything every day, and then there's a lawsuit every day about something. So how can actually even a seasoned director make any sense of it? But that's why we have to have an attorney. It's a shame that they don't come out at the state and say, this is the rules, and you know what, like if they want to do the ID, then do ID and make it easy for people to get the ID. I don't know what everybody's arguing on both sides about. There's 3 issues that they could solve, and it would be all right. But they just sit there and fight over one. No, one doesn't want it, and the other one doesn't. So, like I said, I just have a different view of people that are within our county that I just feel they should have the opportunity to move up.
The thing is, the employees, nobody else applied. Okay? And our backs were to the wall. At least bringing Lisa back. She has that experience and more knowledge. Yeah, I agree. Things change every day, and that's a problem with Department of State. And like Mike said, a lot of the issues we talked about were elections again. And in our committee meetings, the same thing is the progress is not going well with the rewrite or changing those laws, election laws. What I find most alarming is that our people in Harrisburg never ran an election. Our election directors, the county commissioners, which oversee them, know far more than those people that are writing the laws. And I see a huge, in politics and everything, it's a bunch of bullshit on the elections at the state level.
And the biggest thing
I'm mincing. That's the way it is. I mean, if these people would get together and sit down at the table, and they do meet supposedly, our meeting, but progress is so slow, and then every time they submit something, they just don't get it there. I like even the timeline for the ballots and the mail-ins and everything else up to so many days before they can change things. And people registering at the last minute creates a hardship on our offices. Give me a break. People don't know there's an election coming up, especially presidential, when they show up the day before and want to register. Where the heck were they for the last 5 years or more? It's just the system stinks.
And the state always says, ask your solicitor. They'll send
Yeah.
something on, then they go,
Yeah,
ask your solicitor.
no sense of direction.
So now there's 67 different versions of what you're supposed to do.
So-
And I said, one of the biggest things, I think, is these third-party ballots that they mail out. Like, why are they even
Should be
allowed to do
illegal.
that? That should be something that should be taken care of too. You know,
I guess you're waiting. I mean, you know,
how about you move on to the bridges now?
I guess, let me just say this. I think that I agree with the always trying to move people up. But as both commissioners are said here, one has one opinion, one has the other. I sit in the middle of it. But the fact that someone there did not, nobody currently in that office was interested in a position at this time. So I think that there's something that needs to be said there, that the people that we have, and this isn't just an election, this is throughout the county. It should be noted that we're always looking to move people up, but there's two things that have to happen. One is they got to be willing to move up, and they got to apply to move up. And number two, we have to make sure they have the right skill set to make that position move. Because everybody hates to bring people in like from outside. I don't really consider Lisa an outsider. She's been here before, so she's coming back. She knows the lay of the land. She kind of knows what's going on. But there's a point to be made that it's ever changing. It changes every day. So, I just felt when we got down to the final two candidates, both gave a very good presentation. The difference between one and the other is one was a director, the other one was involved in elections or was an assistant director. So the knowledge right there, just the weight of that, and there is a lot of things, as Commissioner Arner has said, I think in the past in elections, is you got to be sometimes able to deflect stuff. So when it comes at you, you got to know where do I put that? What category? How do you deflect that? And I don't mean in a manner of, I know he didn't mean in a manner of misinformation, but how can you handle the heat when the heat comes? How do you deflect that you can handle it? And I think we got the right candidate in doing that, because she's had that. And obviously we had to, make some adjustments and all that. So I do welcome her back to the county, and I wish her nothing but success, and I wish nothing but the department. And it should be noted that, I will say this, since the previous director has left, one of the commissioners, every day, I know I've been down every day, Ellie chases me down every day, but we have all taken time to go down and spend hours down at the election office just to check in, to make sure that things are going right. One of the biggest concerns I had was being there over petition filing, so that there was lunch times that were taken, and you can't have one person there, because you never know what questions are going to be asked. And we all spent time down there fielding those questions to the best of our ability as well, because there were times we even had to call Bob. I will tell you one thing we're going to probably change here, and this will be a little bit outside, is certificate petitions. We found out that, like right now, the county requires you, the circulator of the petition must get it notarized. The candidate must get it notarized. So the circulator has to sign and be notarized. The candidate has to sign and have it notarized. By state law, you no longer need to have the petition notarized on behalf of the circulator. You just have to sign the affidavit. So Bob had done some research, because it was brought to my attention once there as to exactly how you do that, and the law did change. So when we get the new director here, effective, we'll start that, not this cycle, but the next cycle as to that, the person who circulates it obviously has to sign and sign the affidavit that they did that. But as far as going through all the notarizing process, and the problem there is you got to realize when you have somebody that circulates your petition, now they got to go get it notarized.
Yeah.
Now it's got to go to the person who's running, and they got to get it notarized. Well, sometimes you walk in and one of them or the other's not done, and if the candidate has it notarized, but he doesn't have this, well, come on. I mean, now where do they go? They got to go back. Well, they already signed it. It becomes a huge issue. So the state has allowed for change in the law. Bob had done a really lot of research for me on that, and I mean, we're going to be looking to change that. That'll be something that we're going to have to, Bob's going to go through, and that'll be the change of the way the petitions are actually written on the back and how the signature is done, but we're getting that verbiage all correct. So that will be something that we will change. It was one thing that I think probably was left in checks and balances from previous boards, because the election code is ever changing. And it was like, hey, that was a safeguard for the county to have. And it worked very well. But now it's been challenged in court, and there's no safeguard there for the county by having it. It just creates more of a workload for everybody. So, all right?
With regards to the land X system for the Recorder of Deeds office, you guys approved it, so what is the timeline then to be able to get that up and running for the public?
Didn't she say?
2 weeks?
Once they sign?
I thought she said 30 days.
Oh.
I thought she said, you could call her and find out, but I thought she said 30 days. 2 weeks till she can notify and in 30 days, so.
Yeah.
With regards to the covered bridge, let's go there.
Rocky?
Who is covering that $6,600? Is that gonna be through the county, the insurance, the company that did it?
What do you think, Ally?
Safe one right now is liquid fuels.
Yeah, we're gonna try that. I mean, I don't know, we're still waiting for, I got a contact about the police report, to see what, because they did find the person, but before I say who it is, or I think people might know who it is, but, we'll try to go after that person, I think, for the money. I mean, we need our liquid fuels, which we're not getting a whole lot of, and to give that much, I mean, it isn't a whole lot of money, but it is for our bridges if you need something fixed on the potholes on the bridge or whatever, but, I think this might be an ongoing investigation. We'll do like the DA says, it's an ongoing investigation. Yeah, no comment, it's an ongoing investigation. And Structural Metal Fabricators is doing the repairs to it, that's who it is, yeah.
Regarding Bridge 19, money that the request you're submitting to Kenzie, you have received money previously for that.
Yeah, that was, and we're just trying for another one because there's one in there, what is the one for 130,000, we're trying to maybe shift that one. Because to use that money that we got out of the liquid fuels, we have to go through the tip. So if we can get that 130,000 out of there and get more money from another avenue, we don't have to go in the tip, so we get fast track that bridge, that we wouldn't have to get it on the tip like on for 4 years later. We could actually have the process started next year already, you know, which, yeah. So it's more or less like trying to get more money for that bridge and maybe even shifting some of that other money over to another bridge. But my goal would be to like fast track the bridge there going over Beltsville, because the longer you wait, next thing it's gonna, instead of being $1.5 million, it's gonna be $10 million, and we don't wanna run into that.
Hate to burst your bubbles, nothing's fast with the state.
I don't know, I'm sort of ticking them off a lot.
And then regards the tax collection for Weissport, what is going on there?
Well, obviously, you know, there's an issue in Weisport. It's made the paper numerous times, so I will defer that answer to our solicitor.
No
Yeah,
comment.
it's similar to a situation that I had as the solicitor for Perryville Borough a couple of years ago. I don't know if that was 22 or 23 when, yeah. So, at least in this case, in Weisport, their tax collector resigned. They did appoint a replacement who then promptly resigned too. And the timing couldn't be worse because tax bills were already being printed. And I think it was just on Monday that they put forth the proposal, the resolution that was passed today to ask the treasurer to collect the county and borough taxes. I believe a third-party company does the school district taxes for Weisport. But it's a one-year agreement. They're still going to need to field candidates for that position for the following year. So this is just a temporary fix, but
And if you're looking for a tax collector job,
I don't know how many bills they actually, it's like 189.
62 or 3.
So,
there you go, Kayla.
there-
You don't have to live there. We can appoint you. Reconvene the commissioners meeting.
And I guess one thing should be, you know, when you talk about that is, you know, maybe some of the towns and boroughs that are having trouble, because there are others like Bob had mentioned. I don't know if they can research into maybe having, like, when you take smaller towns
Okay.
like Perryville and Bowmanstown,
right.
not Bowmanstown, but Perryville and Whitesport, I don't know if they can get together and have one tax
They
collector.
can, they can have a joint tax collection agreement
So-
in perpetuity. And I actually suggested to their solicitor that they look into that.
Because then that makes it a little bit maybe easier to find a replacement because of the amount of pay and things like that, and then there's a shared cost.
Yes. And one other thing is that each of these municipalities should be appointing a deputy tax collector just for these types of situations, because there are any number of reasons why the principal elected tax collector might not be able to fulfill their duties.
Speaking of that, are there many municipalities that do have the deputy tax? 'Cause
Many do, yes, and I think there's an online repository of the names of them, but I know Shannon downstairs keeps them.
Sorry, we just reached out to all the tax collectors to make sure that they have second deputies in place, but the problem is that the second deputies don't want to take on the task once the tax collector resigns.
Okay, thank you all. Enjoy your weekend.